Smart, smart, do. We are the children, the children of God. Come, come, come. We change our world. We have what it takes to do it smart and make it smart. Welcome to our Smart Do.
Class 6, hello. I'm going to take you through a topic on soil erosion. I'm going to take you through soil erosion. That's our area of study today. I don't want to start by defining what is soil erosion. Soil erosion is the carrying away of the topsoil, of the top, and at the same time fertile soil, the top fertile soil. When the top layer of the soil is swept away, remember it contains organic matter, what we call humus, we say erosion has taken place. And when the humus is carried away, what happens is that the soil, the rock particles increase. I want to draw a layer of soil here. The topmost layer is always known as the humus or the organic layer. It is the most fertile. If it is swept away, what remains is the rocky part. And when rocks are increased, or when rock increases, we say that mineral particles have increased, and therefore the soil becomes infertile. There is what we call the agents of soil erosion, the agents of soil erosion, or what carries away soil. We have two main agents. We have the weed and we have the water. Water can be in form of floods, or it can be in form of raindrops. These two, they help in the sweeping away of the topsoil, and therefore we refer to them as agents of soil erosion or causes of soil erosion. And on the other hand, there are times the soil is carried easily, and at times the soil erosion does not occur very fast. What can increase the rate of erosion? We call them factors. Factors that increase the rate of soil erosion. Factors that increase the rate at which the soil is eroded. What can you do to the soil and cause fast or quick carrying away of soil? Number one is what we call the human activities. Like those people who cultivate along the river banks, those are human activities. Or those who do mining, they loosen the soil. Or those who make road construction. All those are some of the human activities. There are other human activities like keeping very many animals in a small piece of land. We call it overstocking. When you overstock, the animals consume all the grass on the bare ground. Therefore, we say they are overgrazing. Therefore, the other factor is the amount of rainfall. Amount of rainfall. Heavy rainfall or heavy downpour will cause floods, and floods sweep away the top layer of soil. So the amount of rainfall amount. And rainfall amount goes hand in hand with the intensity. At what rate? Because you can have rain after 1 hour and you see large volumes of water landing on the surface. At the same time, you can have rain a whole night, but we don't get any runoff. Therefore, I'm saying the amount of rainfall, referring also to the intensity, what volume per minute. The other one is the slope or the nature of the land, the slope. A gently sloping land and a steep slope, a gentle land is that with such a slope and such a slope. the runoff will not run at the same rate or at the same speed. Here you expect that the water will run fast compared to that slope. So the steeper the slope, the higher the rate of erosion. Therefore, that's why I'm referring to the word slope. The other one is vegetation cover. Vegetation cover. Vegetation cover. If the vegetation is cleared, you tend to increase the rate at which the soil is carried. That's why if you visit the desert, the weeds are very strong because they are never blocked by any vegetation. Therefore, they are able to sweep all the layer within a short period of time. That's why most desert places have more minerals exposed, meaning rocks, because of there is no vegetation cover. Vegetation is very important. It prevents the soil from agents of erosion. Now, I want to take you through the last thing we call the types of erosion, types of soil erosion, types of soil erosion. There are four main types of soil erosion. One is what we call the gully erosion. The gully erosion. We also have what we call the splash, also known as the spatter. Also known as the spatter. We also have another type of erosion we call the sheet, also known as the landslide. Also known as the landslide. We also have the last one, known as the rear erosion. The rear erosion. Those are the four types of erosion. We have the gully erosion, the splash or spatter, we have the sheet or the landslide, then we have the rear erosion. Looking at one at a time, gully are deep valleys. If you visit a steep place like this, you expect that the water runs very fast here, and therefore it makes very deep valleys, such as like this one, such a valley. When such a valley is formed, this valley where the water is now flowing out of this point, this valley that is either deep V-shaped or at times U-shaped, can be V-shaped or at times U-shaped. If this occurs, we say that gully has taken place, and it mostly occurs in steep areas. Then we have the spatter. If you have a house, a house that is roofed using iron sheets, such a simple structure, you look at the base here, you get some holes because the water flows through this, the iron sheet. It flows and falls in drops. Therefore, it makes some holes at this point if a gutter is not put here. Those holes are known as that's what we call the splash or the spatter. It can be, they are small holes. That's how we wish to draw them. This is the raindrop. This is how it's the splashes. This is the splash erosion. A sheet erosion is the uniform erosion where the layers of soil are carried uniformly. Like mostly when in a weed place, the weed will sweep dust uniformly. It can only be noticed when you see the roots exposed. When you see the roots exposed, the roots of a plant exposed, that's the only time we tell that there is sheet erosion. Real are small channels along the ground. Mostly it occurs on a gentle sloping land where you get small channels like this one. If this is the land, this is the nature of the land here. This is land. You get some small channels forming before they deepen. Those are known as the rear. Therefore, I want to put this point, emphasize that rear are small channels. Sheet is unnoticed. It is uniform erosion. Then spatter are small holes. Or then the gully are the deepest holes, and this one occurs mostly on very steep areas. What can we do to prevent all of them? Just to mention them very fast. For the gully, the best thing we can do to prevent gully erosion, remember it is in a steep place, it is to construct what we call gabions. which are also known as the porous dams. They are known as porous because they don't hold water. A dam is a wall across a river. If this is where we have the gully, you come here and construct a wirelet and put some local materials, then you arrange them here so the water will pass and the soil will accumulate here, but the water will pass. That's why we are saying it is porous. It only conserves soil but not water. All the others, this one, the gully erosion should mainly be prevented by constructing gabions. Otherwise, go through the notes I've given.